Welcome back to Real Milwaukee. It's a new year, and for a lot of you, a new start on a career path.
Yes, so starting your own business sound appealing? What do you need to do before you take those first steps? That's always the question. Amanda Goralski with BizGal.biz is joining us this morning. Good morning, Amanda.
Hello,
Welcome
ladies.
and Happy New Year.
I know, 2012, here we are.
I know, time to jump out there with a new business, right?
Yes, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. Now, you started, I mean, both of you guys are entrepreneurs, and we were kind of just talking during the commercial.
Right.
They're middle children.
See, I thought that was interesting. I thought that,
Yeah.
I like
the
that.
middle child
Because
thing.
an entrepreneur is not just born.
No, and a lot of people like to convince themselves that we are born, because then it justifies why they don't actually have to go out there and start something. But I do believe that entrepreneurs share similar characteristics, because you have to have the type of personality, you have to have the mental toughness to take criticism, to take negativity.
To take the risk.
Exactly.
That's what I always think.
To really
the
go
risk
out
is what's
there
really hard.
and give it a go and be passionate and stay motivated and stay driven when things don't necessarily go your way.
See, that's the middle child thing, that when you don't get enough of the, like the meal, you just kind of learn to deal with it.
Just keep going.
Right.
So you guys are able to take the table scraps.
We can take we can take lemons and make lemonade.
Right.
Right.
But I'm one that's guilty of always saying, if you can't find a job, make a job. Because that's what I've done throughout my entire life, and it makes sense to me. But what am I actually saying to people? Is it realistic, really?
It is, because the three businesses that I have started, I have created for myself because they're passions that I have.
Right.
So when I coach people and I tell them, okay, so you've got this idea, but is it just an idea of something that you were like, oh, it's for the moment, I like it, let's start it? Or is it something that really burns inside of you, that keeps you up at night, that makes you think about it all the time, every second of the day, and you can't get it out of your head?
Right.
Because that's the thing. It's like people have great ideas, and I've read a book before about who is the person that ships the idea.
Right.
That really makes it that next step. And how do you do that?
Because there's so many people that think, if I think about it enough, it's gonna happen. When it just doesn't. You have to start putting the wheels in motion. And oftentimes people think about starting a business way out here.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I need investors, I need all of this, when realistically you don't. I started the magazine portion of my business when I was in college, but I had a full-time job throughout the entire thing.
And is that something that you need to do? Because I know there's a lot of people that are going to be saying, okay, I want to start my own business, but you need to make money, you need to eat.
You do. And so
how
if you do
that?
have a full-time job right now and you've always had this burning desire to start a business, start out small. Because that's what you need to do anyway. You need to find out, is it going to work? Are people going to be receptive to it?
Right.
I need to do my research. I need to start talking to people and networking and really engrossing myself in the industry that I want to jump into, so that when I do decide to make that leap and go completely out on my own, I'm set. I've got the community behind me. I've got clients that are already
like product research. Or,
it is.
Yeah, because you can actually, I mean, I started, clothing design was my first business, and I made my own clothes and wore them. And
if you look good enough,
and you're
people
a
will
walking
ask you, where did you get that?
Precisely.
Well, then it's me.
Right, and I wasn't doing it for the business, I was doing it because I was tall.
Right.
Yeah, and you needed the clothes.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, okay, what are the, like, logistically, I keep my job, then I got to start networking, starting this business out small, and start networking, and spend a little extra time getting my name out there with the people that are kind of in the industry I want to be in.
Yes, it is not easy. Believe me, it's not. And people don't really talk about the emotional roller coaster that entrepreneurs go on, because one day you wake up and you think, this is the greatest idea I've ever had, and I love my life, and I love everything. And then the next day you wake up and you say, what am I doing?
I know, right?
This is the most crazy thing I've ever thought of. I'm giving up on it, and I'm going to go back home.
Let's do this quickly, though. When do you know that you need to give up? Or do you, I mean, because part of what you're saying is just stick with it. You've got to, have it in your heart and stick with it. When do you know to give up?
I think when you're on the verge of possibly killing yourself.
All right.
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Wow, what a great way to start 2012. Thanks, Landa. All right.
No, realistically is when you've really exhausted all of your options and you have really felt like, I have given this 200% and it's still not working. And if you've reinvented the wheel and reinvented the wheel and nothing is clicking and nothing is working, I would probably put it down for a while, get back into the job that you've had, engross yourself. Yep, that does that. Recharge your batteries a little bit and then come back to it.
Well, that's a long way from a dream, though. So if you've got a dream, get started.
Yes.
Making it real. All right. But this is probably something that you should not do. Do the gift of liposuction for a 7-year-old. We're going to talk about a mother that I know. Right. What? We're going to talk about that on the other side.